We may feel a little bit weary with the snow and cold temperatures this week, but remember, we have also seen the sunshine in the 60s with a relatively mild winter this year, especially for all the road plowing crews out there.
So despite today's burst of snow, we decided to check on the usage and the costs for Erie County and the city of Buffalo. Here's Channel 2's Ron Plants.
Yes, there were those back-to-back significant snowfalls in mid-January, but for the most part, with December, February, and March, the plows and salting crews have not been needed all that much. So with less accumulation, perhaps less dollars spent for Erie County.
If I had to estimate with all the overtime, the fringe, some of the repair items, we're definitely over $1 million in savings this year.
Actually, it's a complicated process to bid in May for Erie County's salt purchase of nearly 163,000 tons, which is actually a joint agreement also covering all the cities, towns, villages, the NFTA, some school districts, and even Erie Community College. So breaking the savings down a bit more this year with less plowing and salting runs on the roads.
We saved about 26,000 gallons of diesel fuel. So with the trucks not being out there, there's that secondary cost of fuel, which is our second most expensive item in our budget. And with that, we saved roughly about $82,000.
Also less wear and tear on the trucks for Erie County. As for the city of Buffalo, which keeps this large supply of salt near Perry Street off the 190.
There's a minimum amount of salt that we need to buy. Any municipality has a purchase agreement for the most part where you have to buy a minimum amount. We're going to have probably about a 75% usage, but there will be a net savings to us from a salt perspective. And then equipment. So, less fuel, less trucks driving around, but we still have trucks out all the time. So, that's a little bit of a savings.
The city will eventually have to move this big pile of salt as demolition of the Perry projects begins. And with those big salt purchase contracts, storage of the salt also a factor. So much per ton if the supplier has to store it for a municipal customer, which didn't need it all.
You can pay the salt supplier to store it, or you can take it on. We have the ability to store over at our salt pile.
So kind of a wimpy winter. Now watch us get hammered. Erie County built bigger salt storage barns to actually triple its salt storage capacity. And by the way, the road salt, it comes from the American Rock Salt Company at the Groveland Mine in Livingston County along Route 390 south of Rochester. Has to be U.S. produced. On your side, Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.